Greetings, welcome back to DZ channel, DZ Retro Machine, and this is a great video, a great return. This is back with a new project for the Raspberry Pi 5. Yes, it's real, it's there. The first full functional image for the Pi 5, it's there. Guys, friends, DZers and DZ supporters, this is a great image made from scratch based on the Raspberry Pi OS bookworm, which include the fantastic desktop, next-gen desktop 64 bits, call it Wayland. It's a cutting-edge, powerful, super blazing speed image compared to my previous Retro Machine Pi4 image, Omega and Omega Remastered. It's incredible, and this is the first beta that I made available. It's available now. You can download now on my Patreon page. I will add the Patreon link on description. If you pledge Patreon, you can download this image directly from my server. I sustain my server with the pledges of Patreon. So I use Patreon. Basically, I use Patreon to sustain my downloads. This is the scope. There was always the scope, even on my VIP program on Discord, but it's not enough to support and sustain the web space, which is required to offer you a stable and affordable downloads. We talk big image. That one is 64 gigabytes, so it's big. You need adequate environment to download. So I need to sustain those costs, and my VIP is not enough, so I have to kick in Patreon. But remember, the image which you will download from Patreon, it's a base, so there's not games included. Okay, you have to provide by yourself the games. You see the games there because this is a showcase video. It's for educational purpose. You know, I show all these games, but you will not find all these games into the image. You have to provide by yourself. But you have all the artworks and all the video snaps are already included. That's why it's so big. For a game, an image without games, it's big because it have tons of video snaps and artworks and art box, trimix, marquee, video snap, and go on. You can change, you see, between the 2D box which fades into video snaps, or you can change to detail and you will see the trimix, only trimix, which not fade. Okay, it's great. There's support for over 35 retro systems, and more than 22,000 of games are supported, which means there's artworks, video snaps, marquee, and 2D boxes. Okay, so let's back to real quick to videos, because you know the video snaps are the real star of the image, like for Retro Machine Omega Remastered, but it's way better there because the Pi 5 is capable of manage all these videos better than Pi 4, way better. Okay, so this is the first beta, early access for the Patreon supporters, and I will release other beta until the stable version, which should have all system supported. That one, I repeat, only 35 retro systems are supported. There's not handles, for example, but I will add handles like Game Boy Advance on the later time. Okay, for now all the personal computers and console are included, minus Saturn. So let's see all the system included on this new fantastic project, Retro Machine Fusion. It's Fusion. I've decided to call it Fusion because it actually uses the same asset of the gargantuan powerful master image for the PC x86 Next, Retro Machine X for the PC. It uses the same asset, so for the metadata, of course. So it's a fusion, and I repeat, I built this image from scratch. It's based on RetroPie, but it's a super custom version of RetroPie, which I built on Bookworm, because you know there's not an official RetroPie stable release yet, because they not made yet. So I've made it by myself, and this is the first image for the Pi5, which you have a 64-bit core. So for now I call 64-bit edition, because this is the first 64-bit image for the Pi. It's fantastic. Remember, my previous image was 32 bits, and the difference is clear since beginning, because it's snappy fast. Look there, there's not anymore the need of ultra or super. Yes, no need anymore. For that I've cut off the script, because it's snappy, it's speed. You can change theme. Look, it's a fast blast, so super fast. There's more than 30 custom themes made all by DZ. You will not find on any place those assets. It's important, because this is a very important part of my work. I create all my assets by myself, so you will not find those themes on other images. It's normal for creators just share themes made by other creators. They share between each other because they don't have the knowledge to create themes, or they don't care. But this is the scenario is like that. They just share the same themes over and over, and we all know those themes. Not the case, because for the DZ I've decided to produce themes by myself, so you will only see those themes on my image. Are very exclusive themes, because are handmade by myself. And this theme specifically, it's based from the Retro Machine Next theme. There's not the videos plays on the system screen. That's because this is it's the original version of Emulation Station, not the forked one used by Battleshare, for example, and other front ends. We are on technical details, but the vanilla version of Emulation Station doesn't support video snaps played on the system screen, only on the playlist screen, where you can see the video snap which kicks after some seconds. Had to be honest with you, the video snaps played on the system list, it's a little, yes, it's great, it's very visual, but it's overwhelming. After some time it's too much, and I found myself still prefer a layout simple like that. You can see all the video snap that you want. Just pick the game, choose the game, and the video snap will kick some second after. Okay. And this is a layout which I very like. Let's talk a little about this. Normally you have the trim mix which fade into the video snaps, but I don't like so much the trim mix which fade into video snap. I prefer very much the 2D box which switch to swaps to video snaps. The video snaps kicks in, and you still see the marquee. Okay, if you select the trim mix, the old gold trim mix which was used on all the version of rehauled box. Let's back to the thing. Okay. This is the trimix, and the marquee is already impressed on the lower part of the screen. Okay. There's not so the passage from the trimix to the video snaps I don't like so much, because the trimix is it's made to stay like that. There's not need to change, to swap to a video snap. All you need is included. You have a 3D version of the box cover of the game. You have the marquee, and you have a screenshot. You have all you need. So not very needed to swap to video snap. Different story if you have the 2D box. Okay. We talk about personal preference, personal tastes, but you have the 2D box with the marquee. The 2D box swapping to video snap. The marquee still remains on screen. The 2D box fades and leave place to video snap, and the marquee keep on screen. So you have the video snap and the marquee like an animated screenshot, and then you have the 2D. Okay. At the moment there's not a possibility to keep the 2D box. The 2D box will always fade to the video snap. If you want the still image artwork, still artwork with the tail, you will always have the trimix. Okay. Okay, just technical. The trimix will never fade into the video snap, and is less taxing to the temperature of your little Pi5. Okay. Okay, let's see all the systems included. 3DO, Amiga 500, 600, Amiga Hex, Amiga 1200, Amiga CD32. Let's back to Amstrad. Arcade Classic is a playlist that I made with all arcade games. You see, it's good. You had the video snap and the marquee. I like that. Atari 2600, Atari 4800, Atari Lynx, Atari ST, Barbarian. Okay, Atomic Wave, Commodore 64, the Commodore 64 cartridge, the Commodore 64, the Mini. It's a playlist inspired by Commodore 64 Mini. Channel F, Capcom CPS, Marvel Super Heroes, Dreamcast, solid collection of Dreamcast, Daytona USA. The family is an NES Japanese family disc, Game & Watch, Game Gear, handle, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, GameCube. One of the new entry for the Pi5 was not a league for the little Pi4, but the Pi5 can manage the GameCube. Not all games, the results are hit and miss. It's a mixed bag, but some games runs good. On this showcase I only show the Resident Evil Rebirth, and we back on it later. Television, MAME, Arcade, Master System, Sega Master System, Mega CD, Mega Drive Japanese, Thomson, obscure French home computer, Naomi, MSX, Neo Geo CD, Nintendo NES, Neo Geo Pocket Color, Video Pack Odyssey, PC Engine CD, ports, and there you can see the desktop mode Wayland. Fantastic. You turn the retro machine into a full computer. With a desktop you can do anything. Very useful for file copy and change files, and the file management is very good for that. The PSP and God of War, finally it can be played for the first time properly, because it's not played properly on Pi4. You can play on Pi5 at normal resolution. Some games can be, you can push some game to double resolution. The PSX, and actually on the beta there's support for 605 games. On that showcase only included more than 200 of games, but there's support for over 600 of games on the beta. So a ton of PlayStation 1 games. Sega Saturn, another platform that can be managed from the Pi5. So we have PSP, some games you can play with double resolution. Sega Saturn, you can play finally. GameCube and all other emulators will run better, even PSX, of course, because you are more power on your hands. This is Time Machine, some custom collection that are working. Best game by me, my picks. I will add those custom collection on monthly basis on next release of image. I repeat, this is the first beta, but don't worry, it's very stable. It's just like some retro system or handles which I have to add, but it's stable. It's super stable, no crash, no freeze, and it's fast. And let's see immediately. Let's back to let's stay there. Like I said, let's try Resident Evil. Okay, look, check it out, the speed. And this is the more taxing system to emulate for the Pi5. You see, it's fast. And then you have the classic layout with the Retro Machine logo, the performance scanline, which is folks scanlines that I made to text. It's not to stress the system. Those scanlines are folks, are overlays, are not processed scanlines, so there's not stress for the CPU. Okay.
Resident Evil.
But the result is very similar to the original scanlines. For that I call performance scanlines.
There are only...
Okay, so this is Resident Evil. Does expect a super definition, of course. It's original resolution, there's not multiplier, but remember there's bilinear filtering activated. Okay, it's important because I will explain later. You can disable or enable bilinear filter thanks to my scripts. Okay, let's try to save states. I will explain why later. So we exit from the emulator. Speed. So you see the classic layout with the performance guidelines. So we check it out real quick, the system and the scripts that I can port. I ported from the Retro Machine Omega into the Retro Machine Fusion. And the most important are the music player is new, but is way more basic compared to the past. You can only turn on or off music or skip track. If you skip track when the music player is disabled, it will be enabled back. Important, the music that you can listen on this video is produced by me for only for this video, because you know YouTube doesn't like if a creator use music, copyrighted music. So I am forced to use free music, not copyrighted music. I produced those music you listen on this video only for my videos, okay? The image, the fusion image, which will feature different music compared to this. You can listen some music which has not fit so well the retro machine environment. I repeat, there's not it's music I produced and added only for this video, okay? So doesn't expect to find this music into the image, okay? Move on. The most important script is the screen manager. There's a speed modes you can change for overclock speed. By default it's 2400 gigahertz, but you can push until 3000 of gigahertz with the omega mode. Or you have the turbo mode, ultra mode, extreme mode, and omega mode. Let's see a little. You see, you also have the speeds. So the omega mode, it's more taxing. You need a very good fan and heatsink. Okay, but let's back to screen manager. There it's very important script. You can manage all the overlays like you want. For example, you can change to, first of all, let's disable the bilinear filtering, so the image will be more crisp. Change to system overlay, and let's see the difference. Okay, let's see. Final Fight with the different overlay, without the performance guidelines and without the bilinear filtering. You see it's more crisp even from the texts. Look the text. And you have a overlay which inspired by CPS Capcom. So you understand, you can manage overlays with those scripts, and you not need to enter RetroArch and change things, and you may risk to ruin things. So no risk for you. Okay. Okay, this is Final Fight. Just go to the script and change it what you want. For example, let's back a little on GameCube, because we have a different overlay and also the bilinear disable. That's back very quick. It's the speed, guys, the speed. Okay, you see the overlay inspired by GameCube. Let's try the save states. And you can see it's way more crispy compared to before, in more detail, because the bilinear filter is disabled. Okay, guys, it's great, and it's fast, and also change the theme is so fast. Look, it's incredible. It's so fast. Yes, this is the Pi5 powerhouse. Let's see, it's not over. Okay, so we have the GameCube, the PSP, which can run in some case double resolution. You have a very in shape Dreamcast. Because the Dreamcast was a little hit or miss on Pi4. Not very good, to be honest. But now with the emulator 64, all the emulators now are 64-bit, of course. A more powerful hardware, you have better performance. That's it. So it's a good thing to buy a Pi5 today. Yes, it is, because to beat a Pi5 you need a mini PC, and you have to spend 200 or between 200 and 300 of bucks to create a mini PC that can beat the Pi5, but you can have a full Pi5 for more than 100 of bucks. 130 bucks you can buy the case, the main board, and an SD card, so it costs you less basically, and you have all the system up to GameCube, no PlayStation 2. See, it's so fluid. The Dead or Alive 2 was one of the most excellent Dreamcast games for the Pi, and look, it's 64, no assholes. So you have a very shaped Dreamcast, great. You have GameCube, some game, and you have Saturn. Finally, you have Saturn. Let's see PlayStation. The Ridge Racer is another game which was not so fluid on the Pi4. So even the PlayStation 1 games benefit from the Pi5, and you can use this time the graphic enhancer without concerns. Okay. As a matter of fact, it's enabled by default. You see, this is a glorious Ridge Racer. Okay, look, the overlays are different compared to the overlay with the logo. Those overlays reflect the system, and I created all these overlays, so it's the same thing about the custom theme. You will not see those overlays on other retro project, because I just create those overlay for my project. So it's all handmade exclusive stuff. For example, let's see, the Mega Drive, it's another just feature an exclusive overlay made by me, DZ. You will not see this overlay on other image. I can assure you, if you see, they just got by me, but I'm not sharing my overlays or custom theme with other creators, to be honest. I'm just using for my works. Okay, so let's see. Let's back to the script manager, okay? Because it's not over. It's just the beginning. So we back a little to the scanlines overlay, but we keep the bilinear disabled, and see together the Saturn. Okay, this is the games everything dreamed for. The game everything wanted is there. Sega Rally. It's finally full playable on the Pi. Full speed. And not even need to enable overclock. You can do some experiment, increase the clock of the Pi up to 3000 gigahertz, and see if PSP benefit from it, like for example God of War, which cannot be played with double resolution at the full speed. It just hangs and struggles, but it runs very good on normal speed. But let's back to Sega Rally. It's great. So you see it's crisp. The bilinear is disabled. Look at the speed. Guys. Dang! Oh my. It's run perfect. Super impressive. Okay. Yes, Sega Saturn is in, but let's keep on and try new possibilities. So this time we turn off overlays, okay, and we turn on widescreen. Read the text. You have to disable overlays first and see what happens. The games will run 69 ratio full screen. Okay, let's try back Firefight just to show how it works. This time you will see the game full screen. Okay, no, my bad, because I've decided to keep the original ratio for the arcades, because otherwise it will scratch the vertical games to screen. It's horrible, to be honest. So let's try another system. The Commodore 64. 1942. 1942. Okay, you see it's full screen, 69. Okay, no, not the most. Okay, the Commodore 64 is already set to have the space bar on the Y button, so you can do the roll. Sorry, on the X button. It's depends for your controller you configure, of course. Okay, this game doesn't have a totally full screen because it runs on a little window. So let's try another game to let you understand. Not arcade for the same reason. Okay, it's full screen. It's stretched, of course, because those games have a letterbox for third ratio, so it's just go full screen and are stretched. It's you can't do anything about.
Welcome to Chicago.
But it's not so bad. Notice it. The enhancer is still enabled for the PlayStation 1. And we have a very crisp image. So we're back to the default condition. So we turn off widescreen and turn on overlays. Okay. So we're back to the classic logo. So you have a lot of possibilities with the screen manager, and the speed modes you can change the overclock. The video output you can change between 1080p, so full screen, or 4K, or 720p, so HD ready, or 488p, which is the cab resolution. If you use a cab, it might be useful, or you can enable or disable overscan. the save state manager to manage all the save states, because the save states have are expensing on space, so it's good to manage them. The magic cleaner to manage some files. It's a little technical. Probably I will port more scripts in the future. Those are the scripts which works on the Pi5, not on script that I made on the Pi4. Unfortunately, works on the Pi5, like for example the advanced music player. It's very basic. This time there is not the overlays of the popping overlays with the name, the tune tracks, music tracks name. If I find a way to add those advanced player, I will add on the new beta that I will release on Patreon. Okay. System info. Manage the Wi-Fi. I repeat, you can turn all into a full operative desktop with the desktop mode Wayland. Wayland is fantastic 64-bit environment, which you have a full operational desktop and browser. And for file manager is great. And there's also Kodi included. Don't forget it's based on RetroPie, so even if custom RetroPie, you still have the possibility to update all cores or download new cores if you want. Or you can also update the whole OS to the new version, so you have the flexibility and the freedom to do what you want, unlike other distro like Batocera, where you are forced to move into their limits. In this case, no limits, because you can do what you want. You can remove cores, add ones, update, or update the whole OS, which runs behind the retro machine, which I repeat is the bookworm RetroPie OS. The collections, I will add new collections for every release. For now, there's this Time Machine games that I picked by best game by me. Okay. So the Pi5 step up the game. You have Saturn, you have PSP, or emulate, all the emulators runs better. You have GameCube, Dreamcast, full shape, but great shape. And this is the Retro Machine Fusion. This image is 64 gigabyte, and you can, I repeat, you can download from now. It's available now. Direct download. You can download from my server, directly from my server, this image, and you can find the link on my Patreon page. If you are pledgers, you can download this image exclusive on Patreon. It's 64 gigabyte, so you need to use at least a 64 SD card after you downloaded the file. You need an SD card to burn the image, not lesser, okay? 64 gigabyte SD card minimum, or you can burn into a 128 gigabyte card and then expand the image. Okay, I can show and teach you how on my Discord channel server. So it's very important to join my Patreon for the image, but also join my VIP program on my Discord, because there I provide you all the support to do everything, and we can all chat and talk together. I'm always there, so you always find me. And remember, the VIP is a one-timer. It's just you just need to make one simple donation, low donation, and you are VIP members for entire life. So it's very important, because it will never expire, guys. Remember that. So thanks to watching, and we'll see on the next video. And remember to subscribe to channel and put a like on this video. And Retro Machine Fusion for Pi5 is finally there, available for now on Patreon. So thank you very much, and bye bye by Dizzy.